Have you guys ever loved a mold so much that you'll buy a brand new disc and put it in your bag without ever even throwing it? I got a new disc, a blue disc, to replace a much loved, one of my favorite discs in my bag, simply because I want a blue one. I know it's dumb, but I want to slowly get on my bag to be blue. But the problem is this new disc is a different plastic, and it's also way more overstable. So I really need to beat it in because this old one that I've got has gotten really flippy, and I really like it. Today we're doing a one disc challenge. Reason being, we need to beat this thing in. So we're just going to throw the absolute piss out of it. So I've really grown to love this disc, at least the one that's in my bag. Ooh, we've got a really low ceiling here. This is going to be kind of tough. The forehand flex is actually kind of tempting. I never forehand my orange heat, so we might actually, I mean, why not? Do it here. We're not going to score all the day anyway. We're going to be putting with this thing too. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it's actually so good. It's so good. Not the best distance, it was nose up, but not bad. So basically, I only want to buy and bag blue discs. For one, I think it's just an aesthetics thing. I like the color blue, but more importantly, I actually see blue the best when I'm looking for a disc. Orange, for some reason, I lose all the time. Am I colorblind? I've never been diagnosed. I don't think I am, but certain colors I cannot see very well. Yellow and orange, which are usually pretty popular, I can't see very well. All right, so obviously this is not a heat shot. We've got like 140 to the basket maybe. So this is just not a normal spot to use this disc. But we need to beat it in, so we're gonna keep on throwing it. I thought that was parked, but actually I think it's quite a bit shorter than I think. So I decided I'm also gonna be putting with the heat as well, just because otherwise, if I like say I'm gonna putt with my regular putters, then like at what point is it like just a crazy stupid jump putt or like a layup? Like there's just too much of a gray area. So we might as well just use it for every single shot. Let it eat some chains and get used to it. Maybe it'll get us an ace one day. I just think we need to beat this thing in as much as we can. Oh my gosh, that had such a nice little like Annie putt, but then out of nowhere that thing hyzered out so hard. I can't believe actually how stable that thing got. I really can't complain about that putt from that distance with the heat, but there we are. Some more chains for her. Get her beat in. But you guys, this disc is just so good looking. It's a 23 Ledgestone. It's actually replacing my 22 Ledgestone, but it's all blue. It's actually glow as well, but it's the gold stamp that really makes it pop. And this thing is so flexible. Like, it's such a weird feeling. The middle feels so gummy. I'm going to have to get used to it for sure. So it's actually a bit of a dog leg to the left. There is a Mando on that light pole right there, and then also that tree down there. But we're going to have to hyzer flip this, I think, just to keep it from drifting out right, which is actually what I want to turn this disc into. Is it's supposed to replace my understable 9-speed. Oh man. Holy crap. We accidentally piped that a little too hard. Sent it a little too hard, boys. That's exactly why I wanted to get this this round in, is because I knew that I was going to love this disc, but the first like one or two throws I had with it yesterday when I played around, I just wasn't in love with it, but I knew I would like it if I gave it a chance. This shot, had it not been for the tree, probably would have ended up pin high, but we would have been really deep back to the right for sure. So I'm actually glad this tree stopped it. I think we're going to do a little flick here, see if we can just kind of almost spike hyzer it into the basket, see what we can do. Oh, that came out so wobbly. Oh, that was disgusting. That was such a pizza, serve the pizza garbage. This would be a nice par save. Little pars with the heat we'll take any day because that's just kind of cool. Come on, guys. On the blue basket, too, you would think that would definitely drop on the blue basket. Take a bogue. It's all good. Forgot to mention, this is actually the oldest disc golf course in Nebraska. It is quite a bit different, though, than, like, it's changed over the years. Just, I don't know, probably 7, 8 years ago or so. Maybe not that long. Either way, just like 5 or 6 years ago, they completely redesigned the course. It used to be a 27 hole layout, and now it's just an 18 hole with 3 tee pads. Thank God we're playing the blue tee pad because it's like 8,000 feet for the the golds. But whew, this is a pretty hole. I gotta catch my breath. There's a lot of elevation at this course. For a Nebraska course, at least for me, man, that's a lot. So we've got these 2 big trees. The obvious play is just to throw a big old hyzer, well, backhand hyzer, all the way around to the basket over there. But since we are playing with the heat, a backhand, if anything, is going to turn out of here. I think this is the opportunity to throw a crazy, huge flex forehand. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's see if we can pull it off. Oh, dang, that thing flipped over and rolled. I'm pretty sure we threw that like a tomahawk, guys. I just wanted to check that thing so hard. That was pathetic. Hey, if anything, this one disc challenge will keep me honest and prove to everybody that I'm not running all the way down this hill up and down again to take multiple takes. Whatever I get is whatever I get. This is so hilly, guys. We're definitely getting our workout in just playing this course. Basket straight over this hill. Just going to throw a stock hyzer shot with less power so this thing doesn't flip over, hopefully. That might, I don't know. I can't tell if it's really short or if it's where it needs to be. Hopefully you guys could see at least a little bit. Yeah, we were definitely short. I couldn't remember how much further past that tree I needed to go. But it's all good. We're going to park this. I don't think we're going to make a run for it because it is going to go all the way down that hill if we miss. Yeah, I knew that if I threw it on a big enough hyzer, that disc is so soft that it would just crumple and just sit right there, and it did. That's what's kind of fun about this challenge to me is it's kind of like being a noob all over again. I mean, putting with a driver just feels so weird and so wrong, so it's kind of nice to just like goof off a little bit and just have fun with it. And at the same time, like, I can also just learn the different use cases for that disc, you know, like what happens when I throw it way faster than it's supposed to, or what happens when I don't put much on it. Like, how can I control that disc to get the maximum usage out of it? It can play multiple roles, dual slots. It's good to know your disc really well. Now this one, if I throw it low and hard, it could have a nice little flex right into there, but I just feel like it has too much glide to really be for that shot, but we'll try it. I guess it is really soft, so if we just hit a tree, maybe on purpose, just let it drop down, that could work out. Oh no, we turned that way too early. This disc is definitely flippier than I initially gave it credit for, so I am glad that I'm learning to like it more because it is more of what I actually wanted. Must have just been the first 2 throws between wind and me sucking. I just didn't like it, but here we are. Oh, if we would have got snuck around that tree, it would have really would have been something. I just think rounds like these are not only more interesting for me to do, but also more interesting for you guys to watch than just doing field work. And it makes you do some goofy stuff, so you just you just really get to know what this disc capabilities are. That was such a clean long putt. Might just have to start putting with the heat. That felt so nice. We've got an island hole. This is only like 200 feet or so. And there's OB stakes over here, and then there's some natural OB. I'm just going to throw a little bit of a spike hyzer here. Getting the distance control is definitely going to be the hardest part here. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Ah, we missed the island. So in this scenario, I'm just going to use my old heat because I don't feel like going to get that. And we're going to play it as a re-tee. Oh my god, that one is so much flippier. Oh gosh, we absolutely bombed that by accident. You know what's really bad is I should not have thrown that second heat because now it just made me realize how much I really want to keep that disc in the bag for that effortless hyzer flip distance like that. I mean, I just don't think it's replaceable. I might have to just keep this orange disc. You know, we're just going to play this casually as a hazard. Yeah, that sucked. Now we got to see if we can find this heat. It really sucks that I did that. This stuff is thick, and like I was saying earlier, oh, there she be. Look at that. She's just, see, she just wants to stay in my bag so bad. Like, how can I disrespect this disc? Use it as a mini there. This hole has a really pretty sucker's gap, just dead straight. You can maybe make out the basket behind that second tree back there, but ain't no way we're going for that. We're going to try to go for a big ol' Annie, see how far we can get it down there. That's exactly what we want. Just keep gliding. I lost some speed, but so this is the oldest disc golf course in Nebraska. This course is also the noisiest right next to the interstate. I've never really liked how loud it is here. Like, I like disc golfing to get out into the nature, you know, and enjoy being out here. And this interstate really kills it for me. The same interstate's over on the other course, in the east course, but it doesn't seem like you're next to it for as long or as loud. So you guys have a much better angle at this than I do. I've got both these trees right in my way. I just don't know if I want to go with the big old hyzer out and around to the right, or if I want to just throw a little flippy forehand, but it's going to have to stay super low. There's like a guardian tree over here too. I don't know. I think a spike hyzer might be the best option. That was so bad. Oh, that's so short, guys. Oh no. Oh no. We made a mistake. You know, I'm not going to say that was a bad idea. I just think that was poor execution. I do think the spike hyzer is probably a pretty good play here. Let's just bang a long putt. Good line. Just, it's hard to not get that so nose up. I struggle that with even with putters, but long putts, getting them nose up like that. So this is actually another hole that I want to be able to use this disc for this style of shot. You got two clumps of trees. The bigger clump over on the left has the basket all the way behind it. So a nice hyzer flip up to flat, glide, and then fade back down would be perfect here. I'm not actually sure on the distance. I'll have to check UDisc. Oh man, we flipped it all the way over. Oh, I think there's a pin position over there. That would be so nice if it was. You know, I absolutely did not account for this relatively substantial headwind, but still, that disc seems to be a lot flippier than I think I gave it credit for. I guess I kind of need to compare it to my other heat just so that I can see just how flippy that other one actually is. So I'm going to be way back here is the disc. I'm going to set up the catch cam so you guys can see the basket here. Blocked ourselves off over here pretty badly. This is not a good place to be. I think we're going to just throw a thumber up and over. I don't think we threw it far enough. Oh God, guys. I was scared that it was going to go way too far. That might not even have been shown up on the catch cam. If it didn't, I'm sorry, guys. That's just a pitiful effort. That was actually horrendous, guys. But there's actually, whoa, there's a cool little opening straight ahead through these trees. I'm going to try to just flick through there. Well, we missed the opening, but we still got through. So we're rocking the new mic today, guys. I'm honestly curious if you guys can hear my stomach growling. I am so hungry. I gotta admit, we're playing a lot better doing the one disc challenge than I expected us to. We are already on the 9th hole here. 270-foot par 3. I kind of wish it was in one of the further back positions because it would be perfect for this disc to really throw in a nasty hyzer flip. But I think this also gives us the opportunity to just throw this at more of an actual 9 speed and just let it do its thing, have a nice little S curve, and land right at the basket. Just gotta, it's only 270, so we gotta make sure we don't blast past it. Don't hit that tree. Where did it go? Oh man, how did that keep turning after hitting the tree? I hope you guys could see that. I was waiting for it to hyzer out and it never did. Honestly, just missed our line there. No excuse for that. But it's good to beat it against some trees to beat it in a little bit. So even after hitting that tree, we still went a little past pin high here, so like 280-ish. That doesn't make any sense. This disc just flies. I might have to start doing my long putts with a driver, dude. All in all, we've learned a lot about this heat. I do enjoy it. It is going to stay in the bag. I unfortunately don't think I'm going to pull out the orange one yet. This has got to stay in the bag for a while, coincided with the other one until I kind of am ready to do that. It hurts because I really want to pull that orange one out of the bag just to have this blue, but I love that disc so much. It's going to be so hard to pull, and this one just doesn't fly the same. I mean, we all know that that's not inconsistent to have happen, especially in different plastics, but of the same mold. But either way, I hope you guys had a good time following me along. We did get quite a few scuffs and scrapes on here. See if I can show you guys any of these on the camera. I don't know, but it is starting to get a little bit seasoned. You guys will be seeing a lot more of it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.